And my house is a cluster F because it's we're getting everything painted because we're putting the house on the market. So it's kind of like
yeah, you're busy. You're working.
Yeah,
You're working.
Lot going on.
Okay, ladies, we're live.
Yay!
You can, if you have your cell phone or whatever. We're on my Facebook main page. So you can't post comments from here on Facebook profiles, but if I had done this from my if I had done this from my Facebook music page, then we'd be able. So maybe next time I'll do the booker. Anyway, I can always answer people here while looking at my Facebook profile page.
Okay.
woohoo!
Okay. So what it does is also transcribes everything that you say.
Oh, nice.
Well, yeah, it's just kind of like closed captioning.
Mm.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do we do all of the profanity and stuff that, does it really caption all that good stuff too?
I don't know. I'm going to have to watch my F-bombing.
I'm like, F-bombing is okay with me.
Yeah, well, Facebook might smack us.
Let me get closer. So let me introduce people that don't already know us. Everybody knows me, so I don't need to say anything. Well, my name is Natalie. Let's see, Natalie Jean, Natalie Jean, and that's all you need to know. All right, and then we have Suzanne Grzanna. Do I say that right? Your last name?
Grzanna.
Grzanna. Okay, so way easier than I thought.
Grzanna.
Is that right? Your last name? Grzanna.
Okay, that's a delay. Okay, no. Okay. And Suzanne is the sexy sax diva. That's what I call her. I've always called her that. She can play. Setoria is an R&B artist, but she's also an entrepreneur. She has our aromatherapy line called Say My Name. Yes. I bought a candle.
Say my name, say my name. Sorry, had to do that.
And then we have the diva. And then we have the diva called Nicki Kris. I like to call her diva, but she's really not a diva. She's outspoken just like me. She's a pop. She does pop, but she does rock. She does alternative. She does it all. She's a Billboard charting artist. She hates when I say all this stuff. She says, Natalie, let's not do that.
Suzanne's a Billboard charting artist too.
Sorry, Suzanne's a Billboard charting artist too.
She was with me on the charter.
I was on a compilation album, and it was on the charts.
See?
Well, so I guess I'm the weakest link.
No, you're not.
Setoria, you're an award-winning artist extraordinaire. All right?
We all are.
I'm sorry. So we are all award-winning artists. Okay. Anything else? Anything else you want me to say?
No.
All right. So Nicki, you'll take the job of answering. Can you answer on my Facebook page? Do you have your phone there? Because I can't. Every time I do that, it says, it comes up and talks to me. So today I wanted to bring everybody, because Nicki and I are doing the Sisters in Music thing, and we want to do sessions like this that bring women together to discuss different topics, or just to shoot the breeze, or just to have a round of drinks, just to do something together.
What is everybody drinking? Now that we're talking about
Merlot.
Hey.
Merlot.
Sweet tea.
Okay.
Whoa, Nicki.
I know, really. I'm taking it to a new level.
And you, Setoria?
What was it? Unsweetened before? I mean, what level are you taking it to?
I mean, I haven't even really eaten dinner either. So I was just like, just give me a sweet tea. I'll just get some sugar.
Cool.
Victoria, you are drinking what?
Hennessy.
Oh,
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Natalie?
My leftover sour beer.
I'm the only one not drinking any alcohol.
I told you to bring your drinks.
It's fine.
No, you can go and go get your drink.
Oh, no. It'll put me right to sleep.
You're so young. I don't understand that.
I'm good with the sweet tea.
Oh my goodness. Now, are you answering any of the stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, nobody's asked any questions yet.
You're saying hi. Did you say hi back?
Yep.
Okay.
I think at my whole sweet tea scenario.
I'm giving everybody a cheers out there. Cheers.
So let me
cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeehaw. Okay. Let me ask you guys, gals, how was your International Women's Day? Suzanne.
Yeah, it was great. I got to listen to the Grammy. The Grammys had some great things on Women's Day, so I got to listen to that. And I just tried to talk to other young people and try to help them understand how great, women can do anything. And sometimes things get in our way or there's situations, but we just always have to believe the dream and go after it. And especially having support with other women and men support women too, which is fantastic. But just celebrating that we are all doing a great job. And because it's hard, because a lot of times we have multiple roles as women. If you have a family, you have multiple roles. You're probably working full time. You have a family to take care of. You're also doing maybe multiple careers. There's just so many things that a woman has to do. So I think it's embracing that we can all be together and celebrate each other. So cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And you, Setoria, how was your day?
That was Monday, right? I didn't do anything special. I was in the lab. I was making body butter. So that's what I did. I went to work and then I work from home. So I went from my office to the kitchen and made body butter. So yeah, that's my life. I make my own products. So I was working, but hey, I was still rocking it out. Women, we rock every day, not just on International Women's Day. We do this thing every day. We're mothers, we're sisters, we are daughters, we are, entrepreneurs. We do everything. So we're every woman.
So if you check out Setoria's aromatherapy line, her body butter is interesting. One day I saw it on Facebook. I'm like, is she doing ice cream right now?
Yeah, that's my new dessert collection. Yeah.
You've got to check it out. It's like a dessert collection. Does it taste like anything? Can you look it up?
No, but it smells like you really want to eat it. I had to put "do not eat" on the label because I'm telling you, because I put like real cocoa powder in it. So it smells, the 2 scents that I have now are mint milk chocolate and mint white chocolate. And they smell, my house, it always smells like chocolate because whenever I make it, the smell is so like loud. And I put like spearmint essential oils in it too, because I'm all about the whole aromatherapy and relaxation and all that kind of good stuff. Because as women, we do so much, so we need to be able to woo-saw. So I'm going to help us get there with my line. So
nice.
yeah, check it out.
I want some.
Yes, you got it. I will.
No, I don't need you to send me some. I'll buy it, but send me a link.
No, I was expecting you to buy it though. I was gonna send you the link.
Oh my God, she's too funny. I knew there was a reason why I liked you.
Girl, you got to keep it.
No, you were gonna buy it, but anyway.
Thank you. No, I was just, but I really wasn't. But the thing is, because I'm not gigging, so that's how I really made a lot of my money through gigs. And because of COVID, I'm not doing that. So I had to do something else to, I have to keep up this fabulous lifestyle that I live,
Yeah.
So I gotta work.
Hey, Natalie, we need to say hello to Daniela.
Hello, Daniela.
Hello, Daniela.
Hello, Daniela.
And then we have, let's see, Robert says there's no sound.
What do you mean there's no sound?
Now he says it's fine. So thanks, Robert.
It was on his end. You gotta hit the volume button. Because there's sound here.
Yep.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Nikki, what did you do? Monday. Yeah.
Well, so you and I had International Women's Day radio show.
I forgot.
Yeah. So we went through 30 songs roughly? Yep. We had a 2-hour show.
Nice.
And then I had there was a Mixin' It show that went on right after that. So the fabulous Lady Dang was on there. And I actually didn't even realize one of we even played her song on the show. She was hoping to release it 2 years ago, I think, or maybe 3 years ago on International Women's Day. And it just took so long to, it could come together. The time wasn't right. And lo and behold, I aired her show on International Women's Day. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like a full circle moment. But yeah, no, it was actually busy, right, Natalie? Because we did our show and we were empowering and playing all these awesome empowerment songs. So it was fun.
Yeah, Suzanne, we played one of your songs.
Yeah, we did.
You did?
Hey, yeah.
Yay.
It's the one that you co-wrote with Kim for the movie Superpowers.
Oh,
Yeah.
surprise.
There were some really good songs on there. Amazing, talented artists. So a lot of the people that we got were from Broad Jam, because we put a listing on Broad Jam, and some of them did listen to it, and they said, "Oh my God, there's so many amazing, talented women out there." And also we had the men that support women, the men that write women were on there as well. So people need to check that out. I mean, there's so many talented independent artists. But one thing about International Women's Day that kind of bugs me is there are a lot of women platforms. There are a lot of them, okay? And you would think that a lot of them would be embracing other people that are trying to do the same thing that they're trying to do. And I have found that the people that I know that are doing women's things, they haven't even come to Nikki or I just to say, "Oh, congratulations." It's not about, we're not in competition with anyone. We're just trying to do something that has a collaborative spirit to it. But that goes to show you how people just don't embrace the whole idea of sisterhood. I speak my truth. I don't care what people think.
I agree. I wanted to say something after you finished, but yeah.
Because the thing is, if you're going to have a sisterhood platform and you see another sister doing something, you should come to them and say, "Hey, that's a great thing. You want to partner?" You don't even have to say, "Do you want to partner?" You'll say, "Congratulations. That is it." So you can't say that you're for women and have a woman's platform and not engage with somebody else that's trying to do the same thing. It annoys me. So if you're trying to do women's stuff, don't just say, "Oh, well, this is for me." You see, I still see the diva behavior. And in our platform, we don't want the diva behavior. Whenever I see anyone do anything, like men, women, whoever it is, I'm always one of the first people to congratulate people, because I love seeing people successful. I love seeing people happy. I love helping people. That's the way that I was. That's the way I came out of the womb. I just love helping people. But when I see people not embracing others because they may not be at their standard, it really bothers me. It's not just the standard. It's just people are just, I understand people have their cliques, but if we're all trying to do the same thing, why not just say congratulations? Why not just say, that's a good idea. That must be a lot of work, because it is. I am swamped. Nikki's swamped. We're trying to do our jobs. We're trying to do Sisters of Music, and we're trying to promote our music at the same time. And I'm trying to promote artists at other artists at the same time, free of charge. Let me add that, free of charge. So it's kind of disheartening to me that I saw a lot of women that are part of certain groups, and they were just, none of them have come to us to say, hey, great job, or, oh, that's an interesting concept. Oh, hi. No, it's always about other people. It's never about that collaborative spirit. You're going to say, Victoria?
Well, I was going to agree with you. Well, I was going to say, you guys probably aren't in competition because that's the way it's supposed to be. But I think that people still are. Oh my gosh, she has a show too. Her show may be better than mine. So I don't want to congratulate her because she may be better than me, or she may get better, more views or whatever. I think it's always a competition thing. And I know a lot of different women platforms that's supposed to be supporting women and all that kind of good stuff, and they really don't. It's good to say, and it's good and it's positive to supposed to be a part of something like this, but a lot of those folks are really not sisterly hoodie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know what to say, but they're really not really about the movement. They're just about the theme. Oh, and it sounds good, and it's supposed to be something great, but they're not really in their heart. They're not really that way. They don't feel that way. So that's what I feel about it. Like I said, like you said, I know a lot of women who have different platforms, and they're doing womanly things, and they're doing things that's supposed to support women entrepreneurs and women this and women that, and they're really not. They're fakers. Fakers.
Yeah.
I'm glad you gals are real. Okay, we're the real. Okay.
Yes. Well, we're trying. I mean, and that's Natalie and I have talked about this quite a bit, and I know we've talked about even doing like a clubhouse room to kind of open up the conversation a little bit. And I wouldn't call it divaism, but if that's a word. If it's not, I just made it up. But it's challenging because I always try to, say, hey, congratulations, nice job, or, this is a great mission, how wonderful, what can we do to help cross promote you, yada, yada, yada. And, it's almost like crickets on the other end. And it's like, look, I'm not expecting you to cross promote me, but the least thing that you could do is say, hey, I know you guys just started something. It's a great mission too. Congratulations to you too. To me, I don't think it's that hard to do.
Right.
But,
and also, I think that some people are not really grassroots people. They're more like hop on the bus once you get like 10 million views type of people. And they may think, okay, they're small potatoes. Why should I even bother or waste my time or whatever? So they don't think that no one's going to watch it. No one's going to see it. It's a waste of their time. So why should they even involve themselves? Well, everything starts from somewhere, and I get, hey, just keep at it. Keep doing what you're doing, and other people will, other real people, because that's all we want is real people anyway. Other real women will, catch on to what you're doing and begin to congratulate you. We cannot focus on the folks who do not. We have to focus on the folks that do.
I'm just, we're not. We're definitely not. Yeah. We're going and doing our own thing. And, I think Natalie was just making a general comment because, we notice those things, right?
Yeah, no, because I know that we're speaking and other people are watching. Yeah. So I'm really kind of speaking to them. You guys are on board, but I'm speaking to them, to other folks who may feel the same way. Oh, no one, I don't get enough likes. I don't get enough views or whatever. I'm speaking to those because we are, having a conversation amongst ourselves, but amongst other people too.
My sweet Suzanne, because you're the sweet one out of the.
I know she's not going to interrupt us.
I keep trying.
Yeah, jump in there, girl. Oh.
No, I just want to say, I mean, I've known Natalie and Nicki for a long time, and I mean, they're two wonderful, sweet, beautiful people who work so hard. So the thing is, I can't even believe how much they have so many things that is going on in their life, and they're doing all these amazing things. So, everything will come to you because you guys are fantastic and you're blessed and you're wonderful people, and just, it'll be all good. But those same people, I think, like in my life with just strange circumstances, the same people that sometimes like aren't as kind to you or as nice to you in the beginning sometimes come full circle around, and then they're right there. And I don't know, just the thing is, as I said to Natalie last week, my mentor Frank Morgan said to me, always surround yourself with kind and people that support you.
Amen.
Because then you don't have that negativity. So don't even take that as negativity, just take it as whatever it is, and then just keep going. Because if you start taking, I don't know, those things, they make you sad, and let's just brighten the world up and make it happy. And you guys are, like I said, you're two of the hardest working people that I know, and just you go for the stars, right? You guys would be like, Jay Leno, move over.
I'm going to pay you your $20 later on, Suzanne. Thanks for that.
What I love about Suzanne always, she comes out with the light, the love, and the beautiful spirit. She's the kind one.
Yes.
No, but she is. She speaks from her heart. She looks at both sides and she tries to say, well, let me think of the positive spin on this. Now, here's this positive spin on this. Okay. Let me, before I say this positive spin, the truth is there are people that will never support you. That's just it. I've accepted that. There are people but I know who they are because I have a list of them that never support. Oh, I watch everything that everybody does, and I just sit back and I say, let me take note on this person. It doesn't take much effort. This is where we are in the world. It doesn't take much effort to give somebody a kind word. And what's been interesting about the Sisters in Music Instagram page, there are a lot of men that have liked our page. Now they could like it for the women in there, or they could just like it for the music and what we're doing. But there are a lot more men that have liked our page. It's been crazy. And there are a lot of women that have loved our pages. I do several inspirational quotes every morning to get our day started. It's all about positivity. But I cannot live in a world and not speak about the people that just don't support. My problem is it's almost like false and misleading advertising. You advertise, oh, I'm for women, but you're only talking about certain women that are at a certain height or place in their career. I don't think that's fair. I think if you create a woman's thing, it should be about all women. It shouldn't be just about, well, this person's at this certain level, so I'm going to interview this person, and I'm not going to do this for this person. In my opinion, it shouldn't be that way. Now, they can have their platform any way that they want, but if you're trying to say that you're embracing all women, then I have an issue with that, And like you said, no, I don't stay near negative people. I've gotten rid of a lot of negativity and negative people this past 6 years. It's been wonderful. My spirit has been lifted. Because there's a lot of things I refuse to deal with anymore because of a lot of things that I've been through in the past 4 years, and especially in the past year. I'm just not dealing with it. I just want to surround myself with positive people, and I also want people to be able to speak their truth. Setoria and I and Nick and you, and we speak our truth. I let you know me. And so when we're in LA, Susanna says, "Oh boy, here comes Natalie," and she won't say anything. Yeah, but Natalie's going to say something. If something really bothers me, I tried first to say it in a loving, compassionate way. And then after that, if you push me too far, you're going to get the other Natalie.
Yeah. I think as you mentioned, there are people who may not, interview a person at a certain level. They have to be at, once again, and especially if we're talking about anything that has to do with ratings, anything that has to do with, creating more likes and making taking myself to the next level. So people like that they're searching for ratings. They want, they're clout chasers. They want someone to, they're really riding off of someone else's coattail to bring themselves up as well. So we have to just remember that. And nowadays getting a like is like someone, you would think they're giving you money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like money. They don't want to, it doesn't take much effort to click a like. It doesn't, it really doesn't. But they're acting like, oh my God, if I like that, then, I'm like, damn, it's just a like. So it's not like you're giving me $50 a like. It's just, it doesn't cost you anything. It costs you nothing. So
I'd rather, honestly, instead of a like, I'd rather them go to iTunes and actually buy a song, or
damn, if we can't get a like, how you think you're gonna get a buy?
or go to Bandcamp and Bandcamp on Bandcamp Fridays, right? Because they're leaving revenue share on, first Friday of every month, support an artist. Or, a lot of us have donation links on our Spotify's that go to our PayPal Me accounts, right? There's so many different ways. A like doesn't.
But people won't even do that. Listen.
No, I know.
If they're not gonna like you, you think they're really gonna patronize your business?
What I've learned is that people will go to Starbucks and people can buy whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. But if you're willing to spend $5 for a coffee or whatever, why can't you spend $1.29 or 99 cents on a single? I don't even ask people to buy my music anymore. I just don't. I don't even say stream it. I say, here it is. Listen to it if you want to. And if a friend comes out with an album or whatever, if I can't afford to buy the entire album, I will buy a couple of singles off of it. If a friend comes out with a single, I'm buying it. It's $1.29 or it's $9.
I do that too.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I can't buy it. People complain. A lot of our artists complain about the fact that people just don't want to support. And I don't really understand the lack of support from people when the thing is basically 99 cents or $1.29, or it really doesn't make much effort for you to go on a streaming platform and hit play for 2 or 3 minutes of your time. That's all you're doing. It's just supporting. Now, if you come to me and you don't like my music, then I understand, but you don't have to buy it. But if there's somebody that you really, really like, you want to support, then just buy the song for $1.29. I bought songs and never listened to them again. Why? Because I'm trying to support my friends. I'm trying to support the artists out there, especially the independent artists that are struggling right now because of the pandemic. This would be the time this was the time to stream like you've never streamed music in your entire life, or buy those $1.29 or 99 cent songs. This was the time to do it. And you still have time because we don't know when all this crap is going to be over.
Yeah, and even when it's over, still buy it.
And even when it's over, still buy it. Nicki had her song. She shared that Bandcamp?
Bandcamp Fridays.
I went on there. I bought her song for $5.
I know it because I love you. Thank you.
Now Natalie's not rich. I texted Nicki and I was like, "Listen, Diva, I bought your song for $5."
She loves me.
$5 worth. The other day I was listening to one of her songs, "Can't Let You Go," and I was like, "Oh my God, this is great." I listened to the song for an hour. I actually listened to it for an hour because the song is such a great song. It's a great dance beat. I was grooving. I was at the mall. I was like, "Oh yeah, Nicki, let's go." I was having a good time with it. I can do those things for people, but I think people need to understand the whole aspect, understand the definition of, being compassionate and really, and the word about being supportive is very important to me. It's almost like the next topic we're going to go into now.
Well, hold on. We got to say hi to Leanne Thomas and Kristen Speller.
Hi, Kristen. Hello. How are you? Hello.
Cheers.
How are you? Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you, Kristen. She says I support both Nicki and Natalie.
Oh,
Bought your music in the pandemic. We have to support. We support you too.
Yes, we do. I share her stuff. I congratulate. I put her on the Instagram page. She did a special post for me. That was very sweet. Thank you very much.
I'm going to go find some of her makeup because that purple eyeshadow that Kristen posted the other day, I'm like, oh my God, I got to have it. It's like this massively awesome color purple.
At 2 Grammys ago, she was at the thing that the Indie Collab does, and she gave me a little sample, which I still have. I think it was eyeshadow. No, maybe it was blush. I don't remember what it was, but I appreciate her. She's worked hard, and
yes,
her and her husband have worked really hard.
Very, very hard. Yep.
And they're going places. I think that it's in Walmart. It's been in a couple.
Yeah.
Nice.
Magazines, they are doing very well. Very,
Nice.
you should talk to her, Setoria. She's
Nice. What's the name of her line?
what is it? What's the name of her line? Could she tell her to comment? I can't remember the name of it.
Kristen, I'll tell her.
So the next thing I wanted to talk about was independent artists. Okay, the word indie, independent. You know, at some point people think that's such a dirty word. You know, because a lot of people, what they're trying to achieve, not all artists, some artists are trying to achieve that mainstream status. Like I like the mainstream money. I just don't like the whole contract and you take everything away from me and I'm not the artist that I'm supposed to be aspect of things. And I like being independent because I like to create music the way that I want to create it. If I want my song to be just one word, I can do that. I mean, if I want the song to have a weird beat to it, I can do that and put it out. Nobody's going to tell me, no, Natalie, that's not right for your image. I love creating music. I love music. Music has been my saving grace. So, Nicki, you tell me, dearie.
I know. Well, you put me in charge of messaging people. So,
all right, Suzanne, we'll start with you. How do you feel about the whole independent mainstream artist? What are you trying to do? What you trying to do? What you trying to do, sis?
Well, you know, it's interesting you're asking me that question because even today I was just thinking there's just being an independent musician and artist, which I have been doing for a long time. It's a difficult field because there's so many things you're supposed to do, and unless you have some sponsors behind you or anything else, you're doing almost everything. And so I think being an independent artist is just, it's wonderful, and it's cool that you can just create your own thing. You can have your own schedule. You can do things the way you want to do, but it's also very difficult. And I think at times it's very hard because, you know, we don't have the pockets like a big record label, but yet we're still supposed to compete. And this is what's a hard thing is, so we don't have the backing unless you're blessed, right? The backing to do all of those things. Yeah, if I had the backing, I could do a lot more with promotion and all these kinds of things. But you know, so I'm just going to stop there, but I'm going to talk about my dad for a minute. My father, my mom and my dad are both musicians.
Right.
I grew up with music. So my dad taught school full time, teaching middle school children, you know, choir. And then he was doing band lessons, and then he was doing the musicals and all these things. And then he also, like, I never saw my dad when I was growing up because then he also was gigging out like 5 times a week doing his music. So doing double careers. And I think, you know, yeah, you can do that. And he's still doing his music, and he's written so many songs. And he's, when I was starting out with my own record label, Diva Records, you know, that was a time where there wasn't a lot of people that had their own record labels or released CDs. Like nobody had a CD out. And then now everybody has a CD out. Everybody does everything. But my dad has grown. He knows almost more than I know in the computer world because I don't have that much time to go on all these platforms. And he has 1,000 things on YouTube and stuff. But so I think being an independent artist is what I'm saying is it's freedom, so that you can put your music out there. You can put your things on YouTube. You can put your things. You have a chance. You know, more of a chance now than I think you did a while ago. So I think that's exciting. Is it hard? And, you know, unless you have the bank account to help you, you know, yeah, it is. But the coolest thing is that we can create music and put it out there, and we all have a chance, and hopefully people like our music. And it brings me joy to write music and to perform music. And I think without that and all these different platforms to put it in would be very difficult. So it's hard, but at the same time, I feel so blessed because without what we have right now, it would be really hard to get where we are right now like, minus the years. I don't know if that makes sense. But.
No, that does make a lot of sense. You, Setoria?
Well, I want to echo what Suzanne just said. I mean, it's a lot more challenging to be an independent artist when you don't, or be an artist when you don't have that machine behind you, but because we are in the times now where we have all the different streaming sites and stuff like that, where we can put our stuff out and it's the entire world can listen to it, if they tune in. We have a lot of different things now that we didn't have, years ago. Like Suzanne said, we didn't have these all of these different platforms that we can market ourselves. It is a lot more work because we don't have the machine, we don't have the assistant, we don't have the different departments that handle, the A&Rs and all that kind of stuff that really go out and do things for you. You're doing them all yourself, but they are at the same time, it's more self-gratifying because it's like, you have more control and more power over what you're doing versus, like you said, Natalie, being more of a machine or a robot, doing what I'm told. I have more control over where I want my career to go. So,
Nicki?
So what's interesting is a lot of artists nowadays are actually fighting with their record labels trying to get released because the record labels own their masters.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's harder to be, I'll call it an entrepreneur. I'm not going to call it an independent artist. I run and manage my own business.
Mm-hmm.
And now I run and manage 2 businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, being a parent, mom, and all that other fun stuff, right? So we may not have the label backing, if you will, or the big machine, right? Because there are indie labels.
Mm-hmm.
There are independent labels. And there are labels that do allow you to retain ownership of your masters. Well, why would I want to give that up?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want to give them ownership of my masters and have to go and listen and be told what to do
Mm-hmm.
and not have control of my own destiny, if you will? And like you said, Setoria, nowadays, and I actually was just reading the article, I think today, where Spotify is actually paying more money to independents than they are to labels right now.
Good.
So, with Spotify, with the ability to distribute globally, individually through sites like CD Baby, DistroKid, TuneCore, whatever it may be, what do you need a label for?
Right.
I know some people have, because I've been told this. I actually have had people say to me, well, that just means, you're just not good enough to be on. I'm sorry, but I've and I'm just going to say it right out loud and clear. I've listened to some people who are on labels who,
Mm-hmm.
on
the radio sound like
call
trash.
That music, there are more talented independent artists, in my opinion, that don't get the recognition that they deserve than some of the people that are currently signed on labels.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, to me, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm managing my own business. And if somebody wants to say that I'm less because of that, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
And hey, I've had 4 songs on Dance Mom, so beat that.
You go, girl.
Sorry, she's had millions and millions of views. I forgot to mention that.
Hey, Natalie, we had a question. I don't know if Kristen is still on, but Kristen asked a question. Can you all share what you did different as artists during this pandemic?
Right. The live streaming. The live streaming is something that I had never done before, like the performing aspect of live streaming. I'd never done that before. So that was very new. And I started that through B Squared Management. So I would have to say that's the biggest thing. And getting on all these Zoom things. Those two things were the biggest things for me. Suzanne?
Okay, well, I did not do live streaming because I'm scared of live streaming. So I'm on here though. I'm live streaming, but I've only done a couple live streams. So, but I am feeling a little more comfortable with it. I did a ton of Zoom meetings. What I did once the pandemic hit, I took a lot of music business classes, and and that's what I did. I was on a lot of Zoom calls, and I'm redoing my whole entire music library. Are you guys? Hold on a second. Okay. And I went into the studio when I could get into the studio, and was revamping my whole music library catalog and making it all fresh, because now the technology is so different. It's so great, right? So that's what I was doing. I'm still in the studio. I'm redoing my whole catalog. So I'll be done in a year. It'll probably take over a year. And that in Zoom meetings and a lot of business classes. So I could be better at my job with my entrepreneurship. Right. So.
Awesome song. All right, Setoria.
Well, I'm working on a new project. So, I'm in the studio more. I have more time. And also, like, as I mentioned before, I'm now making my own products. Before I was outsourcing, having someone else make them for me. But now that I have the time, I can do it myself. So those are things that I really love. I miss gigging, but I used to gig so much that I didn't have time to do a lot of different things that I really want to do. So now, I'm able to do those things, just to be able to kind of like kick back just a little bit, do a little bit more self-reflection. And that's going to show in the music, the new music that I have coming out. So it's more, self-reflecting. So.
Yay.
Nicki?
Yeah, so I actually have been really, really busy. Worked on a couple of projects. I don't do the live streaming as much as I probably should. That is something, depending upon, what happens this year with venues and things like that, and going out and performing live, I might start doing more live streaming. Obviously, podcasting, much more podcasting, more radio shows, a lot of social media promotion, those types of things, especially with the new organization Natalie and I started. I guess you could sit there and say, we had the time to actually kick this off.
Right.
Because I think if we were doing some of the things that we originally planned, because I know Natalie, Suzanne, and I originally, we had a gig. We actually had a show booked in New York City. We were going to go up there and do a show and, all of that. And I think I know I was looking at doing some other things, performing live. I think that if the world hadn't stopped, that Sisters in Music probably wouldn't be here right now. I think it would have eventually happened, but it certainly wouldn't be where it is at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about independent organizations that say they're independent, but all you see is them promoting like people that are not so independent? It's always the same people performing. It's always the same people getting asked to perform or being interviewed on radio. Yet they say it's an independent platform, yet the people that they're interviewing are not really indies, okay? That's another source of contention for me. I actually posted a tweet about this the other day, and I'm like, why do you call yourself an independent platform? And all I see is other people performing or getting reviewed or interviewed or whatever the case may be. I know a lot of organizations that are like that. And, a lot of people are leaving those organizations because they see. People think that people don't see, but we see everything that's going on. And so, that's why with Sisters in Music, we embrace everybody. But, my main focal point is for the voices of the unheard. Because a lot of independent artists or entrepreneurs, as Nicki likes to call them, can't get heard. They just can't. Why? Because, oh, what have you done? No, well, you're not. Oh, you haven't done this. You haven't done that. So we can't hear you. So our platform is for the people that need to be heard. Let me tell you, some of the songs that we played on the radio show on Monday were amazing. Some independent artists I had never heard of before. And I'm so glad and honored that I got to play their music. And now I'm going to follow them and listen to them and stuff like that. I have to talk about this one woman, Elizabeth Lockhart. I just love her. She's like a folk classical. She's classically trained, but my God, her voice is like an angel, and I love her. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to work with you. And I'm truly blessed to have been able to interview her on Chatting with Nat. But how do you feel about these platforms that say they're independent? They don't do anything with independence.
Once again, I'm going to go back to the chasing the likes, the popularity contest, because they want to do things to boost their ratings as well. So they're going to go with the most popular, that brings them up. I'm going to just stick with that.
Okay, the nice one up there, Suzanne. Suzanne hates these questions. I know you do. She's like, oh my God, how do I say this nicely?
How am I politically correct? No, I think I'm going to agree with Setoria. I do think that a lot of it is, it's like they think about how they can get their own ratings up. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if you have to, like as an organization, if you're going to say that you're for independent musicians, mm-hmm. there does need to be some support. Right. Mm-hmm. I do feel though in the last couple of months, there's been from, I won't say what organizations that are for like quote unquote independent musicians. There are more, it seems like there's more Zoom meetings to help now all of a sudden help the independent musicians get more things on their platforms. Right. Where there never was before, there wasn't information. Like you'd go onto a new platform, like, how do I do this? Like I can log in and like, I can only get so far. I can't get a hold of anybody, nobody to talk to help me. I do feel that there is a positive thing that there are some organizations that are now making special things that independent musicians who are doing it all themselves can understand, rather than somebody who specializes in marketing, who's only in, in these different fields where the bigger labels have. So I agree with you, Setoria, but I do think that, with the pandemic, I think people are understanding like independent musicians are really important, and we are, without like how do people get to be the like princes? It starts out from people, like he started out somewhere. Everybody starts out somewhere, and it's a journey. So I don't know.
Every professional or every artist was once an amateur, right? I mean, every single person that you hear on the radio, and I'll just say like Sirius XM, right? Because it's nowadays everything's satellite radio. Yeah. But every person that you hear on the radio, you go to a theater, you watch a performance. Everyone started somewhere. People didn't just, you don't just wake up and all of a sudden, your music is, number one on the Billboard charts, right? You had to put in work. So that's the difference. The difference is, for the most part, and I won't name any name. I know that there's some artists out there today that have gotten to where they are because they had financial deep pockets or had family members that had financial deep pockets and so on and so forth. That's fine. If you want to, buy your way to the top, then that's your accomplishment. To me, I'd rather, if I'm going to do something, it's going to be because I worked hard to get there. And if getting there means, staying independent or whatever, so be it.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different, this is the one thing I'm actually going to throw this in here, because there are organizations out there that their definition of success is very different from my definition of success.
Mhm.
And when they turn around and say to me, you're not successful enough, because I have been told that, I say, well, what is your definition of success?
Mhm.
If your definition of success is having, all right, I have to pick on this, a #1 Billboard record, in my opinion, your definition of success is fake, because we all know that you can buy that #1
Mhm.
spot.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So you can you can buy streams, you can buy YouTube views, you can buy all of that stuff. And there's ways to go around it to where the algorithms don't pick it up. So to sit there and tell somebody you're not successful or you're not at the level that we want because you don't have 1 million streams and you don't have, you're not #1 of the Billboard charts, to me is absolutely ridiculous, when it should be based upon the quality of the music and the quality of the individual. Who do you want to have as a role model? Do you want to have somebody that's actually worked very hard to get where they are and puts out quality, whatever it may be, or somebody that just put $1 on the table and all of a sudden ended up at the top? Is that a good role model? No.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. But I also think that before I say this, I want to give a big shout out to our friend Kit Wakely, who busted his butt to get to a number in the Billboard charts. He did it all on his. He has a team, but he did it all on his own.
Organic Billboard chart #1.
Yes, and
Woohoo!
he's such a generous soul. I call him Superman. He's amazing. We love him. I just want to put a shout out to that. But the other thing is that the problem with a lot of this stuff is the media and radio stations. We know it's pay to play. And if it were up to the media and the radio stations, you would only know certain artists. You would know about Drake, you would know about Beyonce, Setoria. I would love to put you with that. I meant to say somebody else, but hey,
one day, not yet. It's coming.
Let me put it out there. You're going to hear about Taylor Swift. These are the only people they didn't want you to know. I tell this story all the time. When Lizzo's song first came out, I was like, yeah, this is great. I'd go in the car in the morning, noon, afternoon, night, midnight. They were playing the same song to the point I can't listen to one song by Lizzo anymore. I can't listen to it. I'm just done with her because the radio stations played her way too much. I know
it's that machine. Machine.
Yeah, but I know in the beginning you have to do that because you're marketing, you're promoting, and it's excessive. There's a point where you got to say, let me put something else in there. It's a disservice to the media and radio stations to just keep pushing down these artists down our throat. We already know them. Give me somebody that I don't know that I'm going to get excited about. Because I don't get excited about these people anymore. You know why? Because it's being shoved down my throat. It's almost like if they were playing me 24/7. No, don't do that. Give somebody else a chance. That's why I want to challenge radio stations. Find 3 independent artists that do everything themselves. Play them. Give them 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Well, and I'm sorry, Natalie, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but there actually used to be, there was, so I listened to Sirius XM The Pulse, and Pat Monahan, the lead singer from Train, he has a show called Train Tracks on there. And when that show started, it was Pat going out and finding, eclectic, independent artists and, going through their music, or you could submit. And it was very, I'm not going to say it was easy, but, they were very accepting of, independent music and da-da-da-da-da. Over the years, I have slowly seen that program change to where, now it's, we're going to play a new song by, Taylor Swift, or we're going to play a new song by Brothers Osborne. And it's every single person now that he plays on that show. I already know. And he doesn't give me anything new, like you said, to get excited to where I don't even listen to the show anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He
Listen
could have
around.
done that because he wanted to boost his ratings.
Yeah,
You know,
or I mean, it's highly possible that
to me,
that
at the end of the day, it's all about the numbers.
yeah,
They don't give a damn. It's about the numbers, man.
But at the end of the day, I understand the whole business aspect of things. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. But at the end of the day, you have to have a little integrity. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And variety.
But is there a whole lot of integrity in business, though?
No, but I have to say,
it's the business of music. That's what it is. It's the business of music.
yes, but I can't
You know,
poo on everybody on that, because I know some people that are in business and they're respectful. They play both. They play both things. But there's the shady side of the business, the business, and then there are people that are ready and willing and wanting to support both sides of the spectrum. I'm not saying way with mainstream artists. I'm saying give independents the fair shake. Stop shoving other people, all these mainstream artists down our throats. Wow, there's like thousands of independent artists out there. There are some amazing writers and singer-songwriters. I'm listening to them and I'm just like in awe of their talent. And all we can hear on the radio station is Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and I'm not bashing it because I like some of their music, but I want to hear something different. And it's not just, and I go on the internet radio stations. At least there we can actually hear some, but I want to hear them on mainstream radio. I need to hear them.
The thing is, I believe mainstream radio only survives because we tune in, right? I don't listen to mainstream radio at all because they don't play my shit. Excuse me, but they don't. So I won't listen to them. I'm going to listen to someone else. Now, if we continue to patronize that, then they're going to go and continue to do whatever they're doing. But it's good that we have other stations that are out there, that play independent music. We should gravitate more to that and leave mainstream alone. Then they will be forced to do it. It's all about numbers. It's
you're
all
right.
about numbers.
Yeah, because I mean, Sirius XM charges. I do listen to Sirius XM, but I mean, they're expensive, and they also pawn off the royalty fee on their listener base. So like when you pay your subscription fee, you actually also pay the royalty fee. So they pawn off some of the royalties that they have to pay the artists to their subscriber base.
Okay.
It's actually more beneficial to get a Spotify premium membership, and because premium does pay higher. Right. For artists when you stream music on premium, but get a Spotify premium membership or listen to music through if you have Amazon Prime. Same with Pandora. I mean, Pandora is very accepting of, I'm just going to say all music, not classify it as, indie versus mainstream. But if you buy, their pro, I think they have a pro level membership, everybody's equitable. All the same.
Yeah. If we just stay off the mainstream radio and just basically patronize and listen and stream the other stations that do, cater to or at least accept indie music, you can run radio out of business, man.
Let's start a movement.
Yes, I'm down. But the movement has actually already started, because that's why we have so many, indie stations now, because they're thinking exactly how you're thinking. They're like, shoot, we're tired of hearing the same crap.
Yeah, but we need to get more people on board to the point that radio stations are just going to be like, damn. But what's interesting is that Sony Music and I think UMG are starting their own independent labels. So you see what's happening, that they're noticing people are following the independent artists more than they're following the mainstream artists. Now they're jumping on the bandwagon. But I want to see what's going. I would love to see one of their contracts, because I'm with AWOL, the distributor. So Sony bought AWOL, and now they're going to be doing stuff for us. Oh, I can't wait to see what's going to happen on that independent. I don't know always going to be because AWOL's kind of crazy.
Yes.
I love AWOL because you just upload your music. You don't have to worry about paying a fee. They just take a percentage. You have to apply to join them, but I like them. And it was once owned by the Kevin Bacon's.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's all the business of music.
It's all the business.
It's all the business. They wanna now start an indie department because they see that the indies are coming up, so they want a piece of that money too. They're like, what the hell? They might run us out of business, so we need to go ahead and start something. Seriously, it's a business. It's the business. You have to be forward thinking. You have to, get them. Seriously.
I agree. It's all about the business. Don't get me wrong. I know there's a business aspect to this, but there's business. There's also, you can have business and still have integrity. You can still do that.
That's why there's the Sisters of Music. That's why
yeah.
it all goes back.
Yeah, because Natalie,
we love you, Suzanne.
But Natalie, you're also speaking from the passion of an artist. You're speaking from a person who has a passion for music. I don't think everybody who is in the business of music have that passion. They have the passion for the money. So it's not, you're speaking from a different, mindset. You love what you do. I'm sure all of us did all of this for free at one time and we were fine with it, but we just figured out that we can make money off of this. So, but you know what I'm saying? But it's, it's business. It's business.
Well, right.
So we have
business. And that's why I said I am my own entrepreneur. Right?
That's right.
We all are, right? All of us are. We own our own companies. We own and manage and run our own businesses. So, in my opinion, that's harder to do than paying somebody to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
Well, we've gone on this for an hour. There's so much to talk about in this music industry. Can you imagine?
I want to interrupt you, Natalie. I want to play the this or that game. That game. When did you log on to the stream? I'm talking about now you want to play a game. Okay, let's go. All right. Does everybody know how to play this or that?
No idea.
Okay, I'm going to name a statement and then you're going to answer me, and you have to answer with the quickest thing that pops into your head. So if I say, Natalie, dog or cat?
Natalie, go ahead and say cat, Natalie. Go ahead.
Yeah. Suzanne, dog or cat?
Cat.
Setoria?
I'm going to say dog.
Dog. Rough.
All right. Natalie, Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Suzanne, Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Setoria, Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Natalie.
Nicki, or YouTube?
Netflix.
Okay.
Natalie, beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Beach.
Suzanne, beach or mountains?
Beach.
Setoria, beach or mountains?
Beach, definitely.
Suzanne, Nicki?
That's a hard one for me to answer. I like both. I'll take beach.
I'm the only mountain. That's right.
I'm the only dog.
All right. We're going to go with Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
I have to go to Facebook because I'm still getting into Instagram more.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna go Instagram because I'm really trying to ditch Facebook.
You really shouldn't, not with your music.
I hate Facebook. Oh my gosh. I mean, we're on Facebook. Hey, Facebook people, I love you. Okay. Just saying. I still want to ditch ya.
I'm gonna go
TikTok. I'm thinking about
let me
TikTok
tell you.
out.
Yeah, I don't like TikTok.
I didn't like it, but I'm gravitating more. I haven't started my account or anything yet, but I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna give it a try.
music is on it. And
So I'm
I'm on
going to say Instagram, but it really doesn't matter because Facebook owns Instagram.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So really doesn't matter. And the last one we are going to do is work hard or play hard.
Can't you do both?
Yeah.
Work hard.
You can't play hard if you don't work hard, right? You got to work hard first to be able to play hard.
Which one do you like to do better?
If I had to choose, I would do work hard. That's what I've been doing all year.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've been working hard all year, so I feel like I want to play hard.
Mm-hmm. I'm with Suzanne.
I'm with Suzanne too.
With Suzanne.
I don't know why you went.
Me and my sweet tea are gonna play hard.
That's right. Listen, I've been working hard all my life. I'm gonna play.
I still have much to do with the working hard crap.
Look, I need to send you some more aromatherapy stuff because all that working hard. Listen, you need to relax, girl. Relax.
I'm trying to do music full time. I need to work.
I know I can dig that, but you still need to be able to clear your mind though, because if you,
I'm clearing it. I'm clearing it.
It has to be a balance. There has to be a balance because you don't want to work hard and then die and then blow up. What the hell?
It's not at that level.
Enjoy your flowers while you're here.
I'm enjoying the working hard. You know why? Because I'm helping other people. I enjoy that.
Okay, I mean that's cool. All right, well don't be hating because we want to play. You want to play, Natalie.
Here we go.
Well, who's to say? I actually like Suzanne's answer. Why can't you? Why can't you do both? Right?
Yeah.
You can work hard, but then you need to take the time to play hard so that you can recharge and rejuvenate and then go back to working hard.
Yeah, there has to be a balance. That's life. That's being healthy. That's
with
healthy.
A pina colada or a margarita or
a glass of wine.
Or a glass of wine. I mean,
and some lavender in the air. Don't forget the aromatherapy. We need some lavender.
Aromatherapy.
We need to. It's mentals. We have to. There has to be a balance, man.
I have my balance.
Okay. Well, I wasn't talking about you anymore. Don't be rolling your eyes. Look at you. I wasn't talking about you anymore. I'm just, and for the people who are listening, you definitely have to have a balance, especially when you're getting older. I need my sleep now. I'm sorry, I can't play. So, I need to be able to rest and, like you said, recharge and just, rejuvenate, and then you'll be better. I'm more productive when I'm well rested and when I'm able to think clearly. Because if it's cluttered for me, I mess up and I go crazy.
And
so I need balance.
I have to say it, interrupt you, that we usually play pretty hard together. So I know it's just that we haven't seen each other, right? So usually we have such a great time, and that's
together, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy Nat.
Yeah.
I can only imagine when we actually can get back together again.
Oh, I'm going all out, so I don't know.
It's gonna be playing hard.
Playing really hard.
I don't know how you're gonna hit all that, but Natalie's gonna go. Yeah, that's when Natalie's gonna go truly hard. When you're actually and hurt somebody. I may squeeze somebody to death. Because that's one of the things you realize when you can't touch somebody, or I'm a hugger. So you realize that physical connection is something that you need in your life. You just do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that'll be epic. That'll be epic. But I also think people are going to have PTSD. I think people are going to be afraid to touch people. Mm-hmm. I think because we've been like that for so long, they're going to be like, oh my God, does this person have COVID? They may have taken the vaccine, but I just don't know. You know what? I think we're going to grow into it. Yeah, I just don't care. I'll be hugging. I want to thank you, ladies, for being on this StreamYard, this live stream. It's been interesting. I love these conversations. We plan to have these at least once or twice a month. This is just, we did a little thing a couple weeks ago, I think last month, where we're trying to figure out the whole StreamYard thing. A little platform. We just chatted for a little bit, but I think these conversations are important. I think people, and I appreciate people being extremely real and honest. That's what I want. You can't worry about what people are going to think. You need to be able to speak your truth, and just, it's your opinion. You have the right to your own opinion. Some people will like it, some people won't. So screw the people that don't like it. You have the right. This is America. We have the right to our own opinions here. Women have fought to have their own opinions. And we are here to stay. Without us, there would be no other people on this earth. Obviously, we need men to procreate, but we are the incubators for these people that come into this world. So, Suzanne, tell people where they can find you.
All right. Well, you can go to saxdiva.com, SAXDIVA.com, and you can find my music on all the platforms, Pandora and Spotify and Amazon. And I have a new, I just released through Superpowers, which is a children's film, animated film that's coming out in the end of this month. Sunrise, which was on your show, I think, on Monday. And then in the summertime, I have a EDM version of one of my jazz tunes called Simply Sunday. And so I'm just going to start gearing up to promote that. That's going to be released this summer. So.
Awesome. Bravo! Okay, know where you are.
Did you say Setoria?
Yes, I did.
Oh no, because your phone was you were kind of breaking up on my end. I didn't know what's going on.
Victoria, hello.
Yes. Okay, I hear you. I'm here. Okay, so no, you can find me on Setoria.net. That's SETORIA.net. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You can find my music on all the platforms as well. Also, please patronize my store. I'm making this stuff by hand, y'all. It's shopkeylite.com, and that's shop KEYELITE.com. I got your body butters. I have your aromatherapy massage oil candles. I have your motivational t-shirts. I got what you need. So just go ahead and check me out. And also, once again, all the platforms, Setoria.
Lovely. Nicki Kris.
Yeah, so Nicki Kris on most all sites, NICKIKRIS, and Nicki Kris Music on Facebook, but everything else is at Nicki Kris and NickiKris.com. Let's see, yeah. Latest song is Undone. That's out. It's going around, and no plans right now to do any new music other than Sisters in Music stuff. We're going to start working on our first project. So, woohoo, stay tuned.
And I am Natalie Jean, Natalie Jean, whatever you want to call me, except for the B word. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Twitter is NatNat7. Instagram is NatalieJ0819. Or Sisters in Music 1, or Natalie Jean, I think it's 1123. I don't know. I have like 3 Instagram accounts. Also, I'm on TikTok. Sisters in Music is also on TikTok. And my website is www.natalie-jean.com. Or you can just Google me. You'll find me. And I am on all streaming platforms. And yes, right now I'm still pushing my album, Where Do We Go From Here? And also the song I Am, and another song called Hooked, and the song Not Over You. One of the things people don't understand is just because your song may be a year old, or your album is a year old, your album and your songs are not dead. I mean, there's songs that have been out there for 50 years, and 50 years later is when they turn into a hit. So keep pushing the music out there, everybody. Everyone, we love you. This has been great. I love you guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. Love you mucho. I support your work. I support all of you. And let's keep the sisterhood going.
All right.
Go Sisters in Music.
Yay.
Bye.
Love y'all.
Good night.